Well, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Candid Diana. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead to subscribe. I'm not going to take much of your time. So today we are going to cook pilau, and the pilau we are going to cook is goat pilau. I like goat pilau so much, and I cook goat pilau and vegan pilau, vegetarian pilau. Okay, so today it is goat pilau. So without taking much of your time, I'm going to take you to the ingredients, everything that you need for this pilau to be cooked. But first, I have to put on my very beautiful apron. Okay, and the reason why today I'm putting it on with you here is because I want you to buy one. Okay, so this is for these Kenyan pastries, and I love it so much whenever I'm recording my videos. And if you want one of these, let me know. You can fasten it from behind, and it's one of a kind. It's not those aprons that you see all over the place. Okay, so this is a special apron for when I am recording my videos. So quickly, let's go to the ingredients. Okay, so here we are. These are the ingredients you will need for cooking pilau. All right, cooking goat pilau. So simply what we have here is we have the goat, which is about 5 pounds of goat meat. You have to make sure that your goat meat does not have a lot of oil. I don't like a lot of oil. Some people like a lot of oil, but I don't like. Okay, so when I go in to buy my pilau, my goat for pilau, I make sure I tell them that I need lean meat, lean goat meat. Okay, and a few bones. You need bones to add on to the taste of your pilau. Okay, and the 5 pounds goat goes with 4 cups of rice. There's a special what is it? Is it pishori rice that I use for cooking? It's one of a kind. It's a different one. I don't use that to cook white rice for my family. I use that only for pilau. So I will include this on my website, on my recipe list, and I will include the picture and the name of the rice. Okay, so we have the 4 cups of rice already washed and ready, and then we have a heaped 1 cup onion. Pilau is about onion and something else that I'm going to tell you. Okay, so you need enough onion. So 1 heaped cup of onion, and you also need half a cup of diced ginger. Okay, half a cup, not less of that. Okay, so your pilau is the aroma that comes from onion and ginger and later garlic. All right, so the garlic that we have 8 medium-sized cloves of garlic. All right, that is also an ingredient. And then there's something special that you may get in Indian stores or some African stores that import from Kenya, and that is pilau masala. Okay, so I have 4 heaped spoonfuls of pilau masala. All right, this is very important. This is what makes the pilau. Some Swahili people will not require this. They will get the actual raw material used for making this. But let me be honest with you, I don't know how to use that. Okay, I only use that for my other vegetarian pilau. Okay, what else do I need? I also need 1/3 cup of oil. I like using canola oil on this because I'm going to put it in the oven to dry up. So I don't use olive oil because of the smoking points. Remember, if you look through my channel, I talk a lot about the smoking points. You have to be very careful. When you're cooking with oil, you have to know the smoking points of all the different types of oil that you use. Okay, what else do we need? Before I cook pilau with my goat meat, I usually have to boil it a little bit. Okay, but I don't throw away the broth. I don't throw it away. I sieve it. Once I sieve it, I save it. Sieve and save, the SS, double S. Sieve and save it, because this is what also gives you a very nice taste of your pilau. All right, so we are going to go to our first step. Are you ready? I am ready. All right, so our pot is ready here. You need, for the 4 cups of rice, you need not a very big pot, but at least a size that can take the 4 cups, because you know the rice swells when you cook it. Okay, so you need this. So once you have this, the first ingredient that goes in there is your oil. Okay, so we will add our oil in there. There you go. And then Once we add our oil, the next thing that we need there is our onion. So the onion goes together with the ginger. Do not put the garlic. That's the trick. Some people add the garlic together with the onion and the ginger, and that makes your pilau bitter. Remember that trick. So our ginger goes in with our onion and our oil. Okay? Once you add those in there, light your fire and let the party begin. Okay? So we will cook this until it is almost, you won't let it turn so much, but you will let some parts of it start turning golden brown, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, so we leave it there and we cover it. Okay, we're going to cover it. Shame on me, I still don't have the spoon holder in my kitchen. I will buy that. Don't laugh at me. So this is now going to start cooking. Turn on your fan. Okay, cover this. Give me a minute, I'm going to come back with a cover. Tara, there is our cover. So don't worry about my dirty hands. They're not really dirty. This is flour. I'm cooking chapati on the side. Okay, so we already added, if you remember, we added the onions and the ginger. Okay, they're starting to brown right now. So this is the time when you take your goat meat and you add it in there. Okay, so we take our goat meat, which was already boiled. I already boiled it, and you don't boil it for long. You really don't boil it for long. You just boil it a little, because it's still going to go on the stove top and it is still going to go on the oven. So you don't want to overdo it. You just boil it to melt any fats and turn them into a stew. So you turn that in there. Make sure that each step of the way you're mixing it. You mix the onions well, and now you mix these well. Once we've done that well, we are going to cover it for a brief time, and then we will add the next ingredient. All right, so cover it to absorb the bit of oil, then we will be back with another ingredient. All right, I hope you're following and taking your notes to that point. All right guys, so it is time now to add our pilau masala. Okay, so if you notice, I have not added the ginger here yet. There is no ginger here. I mean, there is no garlic. Ginger is here, onion is here, the oil is here, and the goat is here. No garlic yet, because we don't want our pilau to be bitter. Okay, so we are going to add our pilau masala in there, and we will mix this up very well and cover it just for a short time again. Okay, and then our garlic will come in next. You can see that the chapati is also getting ready there, so meaning, woo, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a big party in this one. Right? Right. So every moment you add something, cover. The moisture, the condensation of all that in there, add some kind of aroma and taste to your food. Okay, so we take this and we cover it again and wait briefly, and then we will add the garlic shortly and the rice will follow. Okay, moving on swiftly. Open it up, turn it. The color is so attractive now. Let me show you how it looks like now. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so Just keep turning around. Remember, the ginger and the garlic, you don't want to cut them in very tiny pieces. They need to be cubicle, small cubicles, because if they are tiny, they are going to stick so much to the bottom of your pot. Okay? Maybe you could use the non-stick. This is not a non-stick. I've never tried cooking this in a non-stick because I like when it sticks a bit. Just a bit. Okay? So now it's time to add our garlic to this. So you can see we are saying goodbye to a lot of ingredients. Our garlic goes in. You can see the size of it. Okay? Even if you decide to grate it, I would not advise you to grate the garlic. You can grate the ginger, but when you grate the ginger, make sure you use the bigger side. This. Do not use this. Do not use this. These are too tiny. Use this part. Okay? Yeah. So turn this around. Low heat. Cover it briefly, and then we can add the rice. Cover that. Our rice comes in next. Alright guys, it's that time, and I just noticed that I did not bring back my black apron. That doesn't mean that you don't get to buy it, okay? You remember how it looks. And I will come back with it at the end, alright? So anyway, it is time for us to add the rice. Remember I told you, the garlic cannot take a long time here. You need to add the rice quickly before the garlic overstays. If the garlic overstays, your pilau is going to be very bitter. Okay, so the garlic just adds the aroma to your food. Okay, so it's time for us to add the rice in there. Now, one thing that I did not tell you is, when boiling the goat meat, okay, when you first boil the goat meat, what I do is I add salt to it. I add sea salt to it. I add about, for the 4 cups and all this, I add about one tablespoonful of salt. 1 tablespoon. Because this is a lot, okay? And remember, I've already washed this rice, so it is a bit salt, all right? And I'll just turn that in here, okay? So this rice is very clean, very, very clean, already washed. I'll just turn that in there. And it's going to, if the ginger was sticking at the lower end, it is soaking the ginger and bringing it up, okay? So I add that in there, and I'm going to mix it up really well. So well, take care of all the rice. All right. So we are going to mix this really, really well. And my kids have just woken up, so I need to rush before they come here with the noise. I can hear them. But I'm not going to stop. You guys have to know that I also have kids in the house, right? You have to know I have kids in the house, and you have to know I'm cooking something else, right? So my life doesn't stop, right? My life continues. So I'm mixing it up so well in here. And where there she is. You awake, sweetheart? That's so good. Okay. So this is all nicely mixed. So when you mix up the masala, the pilau masala, and all the ingredients are mixing up so well with the rice. So next is going to be the broth. So this is where the broth comes in. Ta-da! You don't throw this away, remember. So what we do is, the rice is 4 cups, but remember it was soaked in water when you washed it, and there's some water that went in there. So normally when you cook 4 cups of rice, you want to add 8 cups of water, right? Now for this one, you only add 7 cups or 7.5. You don't add a complete 8 cups, okay? So this is now our water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. I like the half. That's it. So you can see the broth has come to work here. I don't add any plain water. You can add plain water, but what I choose to do is keep the broth and add it here, and it adds to the taste of the pilau. Okay, so as this starts to get ready, you want to mix it up really well. You want to mix this up really well, and cover it. Leave a little space as you cover it, because rice can pour out, the water can pour out. So you want to cover it like that and leave a little space, and then it's going to start getting ready. And as this continues, you'll be coming and mixing it up a bit. You mix it up a bit, okay? But we are not going to let this broth get all gone. We are going to take it out when it's still a little pasty, okay? And that means I have to get my tray ready, because once it's from here, gets to the tray and goes to the oven to dry up, okay? All right, so we will be back when that happens. Our pilau is right here. So let's come here and see how it looks like. I told you we need to be turning it. We turn it and turn it. You can see the broth is already draining. It is draining so well. And this lady already threw away the other spoon, so we start off with a new spoon. So this is very close to the oven time, okay? So keep turning so that the goat mixes well with the rice, okay? So you can see the water down there. We are running out of the water, so you want to keep it that way. It looks really good. So at this point, we cover the whole of it. We don't leave space. Cover the whole of it briefly as you get the oven ready, okay? So when it goes to the oven, we want to make it 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay, so I make it 30 because of the preheat. So once it's preheated, I keep it 20, and then it will dry and go off. Okay, so let's give it a few more minutes, about 5 minutes, and then we take it to the oven. Okay, I'm excited. Are you? So guys, it is time. It is time. You see, I lowered the heat. I had to lower the heat when I cover it, okay? So you don't keep it same temperature. So it's time to turn off, and then our tray is ready, all right? So we are going to put this in the tray, and then we pray that our chapatis are all safe. As we do that, we are still cooking chapati, and then we are going to take this and turn it over into that. So hopefully I'm not going to get burned. See what we did there? Okay. So this is the point in which, whoopsie, I'm dropping my TikTok people down. So we turn that around like that. And then we take a spoon. Did you see what just happened? I hope you saw that. Then we flip our chapati. Give me a minute as I flip the chapati so it doesn't get burnt. Okay. So flip that. Our preheat is still on, but this woman is looking for her spoon. My spoon is right there. So we are going to turn all this in here. Okay? Turn all this in here. Pilau is just that easy. You can see it is still, what do you call it? It's not dry, it's pasty. It's still pasty. So this is the time to put it in the oven, because you don't want it to dry in your pot. Okay? Alright, so once we do that, we are going to cover it. But let's give time for the preheat. Let's give our time for the preheat to end, and then we will put it in the oven. Okay? Alright. Alright guys, so the preheat is almost done. So the next thing we do is we have to cover this with a foil. Okay? So we have to cover this so nicely with a foil. So let me bring the foil to you as you look at that beautiful chapati. And I know you may be having the question, how can I cook that chapati? If you scroll through the same channel, you are going to find our recipe for chapati. Okay? I already did that, and just scroll and you will find that recipe. Alright, so we have already covered that in readiness for our oven, but because it is just drying, we can actually just put it even before it's all ready. Enjoy the flipping. Okay. So we are going to take this and we are going to put it in the oven. Okay? Put that in the oven. Check the time. So time now is 19 minutes and 35 seconds. That is okay. So once it's ready, we are going to let it sit in that heated oven for about 10 more minutes, and then we will comb through it. Okay? All right. See you when it's out. And I just wanted to show off my chef hat so you can take me more seriously, right? If you are not taking me seriously. And our nice apron is back. Remember, if you want one of my aprons, that's my other way of you supporting me, right? So, and I know you will support me. So you can get, if you cannot eat chapati or pilau, you can get this and wear it in your kitchen, right? So you can have these Kenyan pastries in your kitchen, okay? So anyway, our pilau is ready and we are bringing it out. And remember, this pilau actually is for my client, right? So here we go. Is your heart beating? My heart is not beating because I know it's perfect, okay? So let's bring the guest of the night here. So it's ready. I hope my TikTok guys can see it and you can order it. If you want me to cook this for you, remember this one is overnight shipping. This one is not 2 to 3 days. This is overnight shipping. Okay, I just pack it up. It's coming over to you for the following day meal. All right? Close your eyes. Let's count. 1, 2. Ta-da! Look at that pilau. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. I've taken you step by step, and we have come to the end product. And do you know what we do next? We comb it. I just call it combing, okay? I comb through it to let it, what do I call it? And my customer is at the door. Candy! Candy! And I'm calling my daughter. Candy! Candy! Can you go open for Auntie Susan the door, please? So the owner of the pilau is here, but we have to steal a bit of it because we have to take a picture of it. Okay? Chapati? No, chapati and pilau. Auntie Sue, come here. Come here. I was using your pilau to teach people how to cook pilau. Candy, go take care of baby. Say hi to them because I want Sue to say hi to all these people that were learning on her pilau. Auntie Sue, can you come here, please? Can you come here so people can see my very good client, my beautiful client? Come here. Come say hi here. I was using what? Perfection. Come here. These guys were learning on your pilau. She has refused, guys. She has refused. I have refused. But anyway, guys, you can see how beautiful this is. Perfect. this is how pilau should be eaten, actually, not even with a spoon. Okay, look at that. When it just lets itself like that. Perfection. Perfection. For this small amount that I've tasted, my tummy is going to swell because I should not eat garlic. But whenever I cook, I taste it. The meat is soft, very soft. Guys, try this with brown rice. And like I said, subscribe, follow, like.